Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Bobby emailed me from Australia, February 23rd. He'd been told that he was depressed and that was the reason he couldn't sleep. Just heard from him 6 months later, doing much better, and we're going to see how he got to that place. Really excited having you back here. It is one of those times, one of the good ones, when we talk about a success story, this time from Bobby from Australia. And without further ado, actually, let's jump right into this email I got about 6 months ago, February 23rd. And the title was Depression or Insomnia. Let's read it. Hi, Daniel. I found you on YouTube this morning, Sydney time, because of you said in episode 84 about your clients' sense that they just haven't found that right supplement or medication for their insomnia. I decided to give up my quest to figure out how to get CBD oil delivered to Australia, where it's not available except on prescription. And what you said in episode 90 was an exciting insight for me. I suspect that I actually sleep more than I think I do, maybe 5 or 6 hours instead of what feels like 3. But I've become quite attached to the idea of myself as an insomniac. I don't know why, but now you got me thinking it is a barrier to recovery. I lost my sleep about 3.5 years ago after a car drove through a stop sign into me. Since then, my pattern tends to be falling asleep easily between 10:30 to 11 p.m., but waking up at 1:30 to 3 a.m. when I stay awake till dawn. When I hear the first neighbor start their cat, or the birds start chirping, or someone walk past with their dog, I fall back asleep and get another hour or so. About a year and a half ago, I went to see a sleep therapist who told me that I had depression, and she couldn't work with me until I went on antidepressant. But I don't think I have depression. The pharmacist who fills my Zopiclone script says, but how do you know you don't have depression? I just don't think I do. I've managed to stay off Zopiclone for the most part, but I take it when I know I won't be able to get that extra dawn sleep. Otherwise, the day's unbearable if I've been awake since 1:30 or 3 a.m. So thanks again from Bobby. So that was an email again from February. And I think we shouldn't stay too long here. I just want to give you some background. We're going to jump ahead to this email from just recently. But I never forgot this, what Bobby said. I've become quite attached to the idea of myself as an insomniac. Could be many reasons for that. Sometimes it feels like you're a little bit unique and special, you know. Sometimes you feel like you're part of a group of other people that have insomnia. Sometimes, there could be various reasons for that. But it's just as Bobby says, it's not helpful to think of yourself as an insomniac if you want to get better. So that said, what happened was 8 days ago, or a couple of days ago, I sent out this what do you call a broadcast to everybody that's ever downloaded the bedtime app, and we have their email just with, I think that it was about like this playlist for insomnia success, actually, coincidentally. And then Bobby replied to me and said the following. And it had been a year since I started this channel, by the way. Thanks, Daniel. Congratulations on a year. I still get sleepless night, but I have a lot more confidence to get through them on my own and haven't taken Zopiclone for a long time. Plus, I know it probably means my bedtime has creeped back too early, so I stay up later for a while. No one believes me when I say that going to bed later is a cure for insomnia. LO, thanks for helping me. So I was really encouraged by this. And I asked Bobby, hey, can you share like what you felt was the most helpful to you? And this is what I really want to get into. So 2 days ago, Bobby replied and said, hi again. First of all, it was the stuff you said about simply believing you can sleep, that you're not unique. I realized that I carved out the special identity for myself as an insomniac. I had to let that go. Then you helped me calculate how much sleep I was actually getting and change my bedtime. So rather than being in bed 10 p.m. and then for 8 hours, now I'm in bed from midnight for 5 to 6 hours. And I've discovered that if I'm tired, it's better to sleep in rather than to go to bed early. Interesting. So thanks for helping me get better. I'm really grateful to you for it. First of all, Bobby, if you're tuning in, Bobby said he sometimes tunes into the video still. Awesome job. Like, you did this. Here you just got some pointers. You did all the work, and that's important to know for everyone that's starting to get better, because that builds your sleep confidence, knowing that you did this yourself. And I think these things that Bobby's pointing out are very common. Like, first of all, like starting to believe and find evidence that you can sleep. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not, your insomnia is similar to other people's. That seemed to have helped Bobby. Not thinking of yourself as an insomnia, kind of letting go of that identity, spending less time in bed. And then finally, he said, if I'm tired, it's better to sleep in rather than go to bed early. Very cool. Yeah, I think, generally when you have like active insomnia, it's better to like not sleep in. But once you get better, once you get sleep confidence, you can do whatever you want. And Bobby, growing sleep confidence, is doing that, and it's working well for him. A couple more things before I let you go here. You can see that Bobby's not saying like I sleep perfect every night. And two things about that. One is I think an expectation one should have when starting to work on their insomnia is that you go back to kind of what your baseline is. Meaning, if you've been in a place where you slept really, really good, you had no problems, then you should expect to be able to go back to that place. If you've always been a person that had, didn't sleep great, maybe have some issues here and there, that's probably your baseline. That's what you'll go back to. That's number one. Number two, though, is I wouldn't surprise me at all if I connected with Bobby in a year and he says, I'm sleeping even better, because once you've kind of started untangling the whole insomnia thing and you started building sleep confidence, then that typically just grows and grows and you sleep better and better. So with that said, thank you, Bobby, for sharing this. I will be traveling for the next 5 days, so my ambition is to still put out some videos, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Anybody with questions, I'll probably be answering those on Monday when I come back. So that said, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to having you back here real soon. Until then, stay out of trouble.